Hi, groovy friends. If you're new here, my name is Roxy, and I am the owner and creator of Juniper Bloom Studio, a mostly stickers and scrunchie shop so far, but I do plan on expanding to other products very soon. If this is your first video with me, I do apologize because it is a bit more of a serious one. Today, I thought, given everything going on in the world, really, but also just the United States specifically, that it was about time for an uncomfy conversation. When I was creating the idea of Juniper Bloom Studio, I never set out for it to be political. I did think about it because I have extremely strong opinions about a lot of things, but I always believed that art has the power to connect people across different beliefs and experiences, and I really wanted to focus on that in my business and what I was creating. However, I also think it's really important to use your art to express what's going on in the world at the time, what is affecting people, what is making people passionate or sad, or all of these big emotions. Art really can do so much, and I've realized it's kind of limiting to see it as just a way of peacefully connecting people, which that's always lovely, of course, but I also have been thinking about it like, wow, my art could also get these really strong opinions that I have across, or at least more mild versions of those really strong opinions. The business is still so small and just starting out, and for a while I felt really scared to speak up about all of the things that have been happening in the US lately, really in general in the world. But in the US and particularly Los Angeles right now, there is so much happening that I feel very personally attached to. And with Juniper Bloom Studio not being yet established with a community and a customer base, I was honestly very scared to say the wrong thing or, do the wrong thing. And then I thought, what better time to establish core values? I found myself awake in the middle of the night drafting sticker ideas. Now, I'm not going to get too much into details, and there are going to be certain things that I'm probably going to work around saying because I'm very new to YouTube and I don't know what I can and can't say, to a really detailed extent. So I'm just going to try my best here. People are being treated with harm. Families are being torn apart all around the US, and especially lately in Los Angeles, it's been extremely violent. Compassion cannot be forgotten in a time like this. I've realized that staying quiet is not true to the heart of what this studio is about. It is not political, in my opinion, to care about other people. And for that reason, next week I'll be coming out with a collection dedicated to bringing awareness to these issues and speaking up for what is human. I'm currently trying to set it up, and it's a learning curve, we're getting there, but I've decided that $1 of each sale for the whole collection will be donated to the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights of LA, and that is a really big organization for specifically what's going on right now, so that's why I chose them specifically. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to do the donation through the website or just set it up myself, but I don't know the technicalities around that. So I have to do my research, but we'll get there. That's the plan. I still have to make the designs anyway, so there's time, but I am trying to do it as quickly as possible. This studio may be small, but I do believe that every small effort matters. Please stay tuned for the new collection, and in the meantime, consider researching the best ways to help in your area. And also, if you feel like it will apply to you, please research your rights when facing the people who are taking people. With so much happening in the world in general lately, I really try to keep my mental health in a better place by avoiding too much news or hearing about politics too often, both of which I actually used to enjoy. Now the news and politics honestly stress me out. There are so many issues that I care really deeply about, but feel overwhelmed by the lack of capacity for actual change. It should not take being a person of color or a minority group in general to care about what's happening around the world in regards to people being hurt over territory or differences in beliefs or skin color. It shouldn't take those things to care about families being ripped apart and children being exposed to all of the brutality as well. That being said, I do have a particularly emotional attachment to the issue, given that more of my family is Mexican than they are white at this point, including, of course, my son, who I would do anything to protect. I think about what I would do if my son were those kids, and that is an anger that only a parent can truly understand, in my opinion. And that anger led to more anger, which led to hopelessness, which led to this. I decided I'm going to create a new line of stickers and possibly more, expressing the need for change, acceptance, harmony, and the lack of need for the people who are taking people away and other people brutality. Now, with all that super serious heavy stuff out there, let's get back into the cozy studio vlog vibes and talk about how this last week went with the Pride 2025 launch and more. On the 8th, I launched my shop's first real collection, LGBTQIA+ and girly pop inspired stickers and scrunchies. Ironically, nothing from the Pride collection has sold yet, but some things from the rest of my shop have, including a few scrunchies and sticker orders. Not gonna lie, I'm a little panicked and disheartened that none of the Pride things have sold, mostly because that's the collection that most of my social media has been focused on lately, and it hasn't really had much turnover. But on the other hand, I'm facing total imposter syndrome over the fact that I even made a single sale in the first place, so I really can't complain, and I'm mostly just filled with gratitude. Am I at the point yet where I can quit my day job and live my dreams of working for myself so that I can be with my kid more? Absolutely not, and I won't be for a very long time, and that's okay. It's all about those little steps forward and making those steps as consistent and meaningful as possible. I was also contacted by a TikTok follower who asked if I do custom orders, and I was like, yeah, thinking he meant like a sticker with someone's name on it, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe one of my print-on-demand products, but he said that he wanted a portrait done of his daughter. The imposter syndrome kicked in, thinking he must be a scammer because my art isn't that good, thinking I'm not worth being paid that much, and thinking that he'll see the final product and change his mind. But I'm trying not to see it that way. I'm trying to recognize that while those thoughts could be valid, this commission could be too. As of right now, I'm still working on the portrait, so we will see how that whole journey goes, most likely in the next vlog, if not the one after. Other updates. My family and I are almost done moving from our old apartment into this new space, which has been making finding time for new art or working on the portrait even a bit more of a challenge. But we are at the light at the end of the tunnel phase in this process, so just a bit longer and we can finally start settling into our new home and spend less time sidestepping around boxes. My baby turns a year old this week, which is so emotional and exciting at the same time. I know it sounds cheesy, but it really does feel like yesterday that I was holding him in my arms for the first time, and now he's nearly walking around about to turn 1. I have another collection planned for summer, which was originally supposed to come out with the Pride collection, but ultimately I decided to be more forgiving with my time commitments in the midst of the move. And the Summer Drinks collection of stickers, scrunchies, and most likely a handful of print-on-demand items will be coming out mid-July. Once I get past this move and the portrait that I was asked to do, my main focuses will be continuing to learn how to vlog, because if you can't tell, I have no idea what I'm doing, working on content for the business, and preparing that second summer launch. By the time this video is up, the collection I mentioned in the first half of the video will be live on both Etsy and the online store, and the links are in the description below. $1 of every sale goes to the Coalition of Humane Immigrant Rights in Los Angeles. Please be safe, my crafty, wonderful friends. I appreciate you so much for being here with me, hanging out and talking about all of the uncomfy things and also how the business has been doing. And I hope to see you in the next one, guaranteed to be less controversial and serious. Stay grateful and groovy. Bye-bye.